So I'm going to walk to my favorite coffee shop, Blondie, and get a coffee. So I walked there, ordered a coffee, easy, something I do almost every day. Got the UPI ID scanned, easy, something I do every day. My card declines. What? Not something that happens every day. And I'm like, why is it declining? UPI, HDFC. Then I look down at my phone screen. Insufficient balance. For a 300 rupee coffee. Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. I'm Sakshi Shivdasani
I'm Naina Bhan.
and we are back.
We're back.
It's almost the end of the year.
It's just not ending.
Dude, I feel like how has December just started? It has been on since last year. Like, I'm done with this year. I'm absolutely done. And I'm wrapping up work in 4 days. For context, today is the 6th. I'm wrapping up work by the 10th and then I'm out.
Fair.
I'm out.
मैं तेरे सहारे चल रही हूँ. I'm waiting for you to wrap up work because that's the only way to you. But today we're going to talk about the superficiality of getting back on your feet.
Back at it.
But before that, I have to tell you, I have found another patriotic dish that has made me cry.
Which one?
So yesterday I went to a fine dining restaurant yet again, and these set menus, Hong.
Yeah.
These set menus are really getting my goat, okay? Somewhere, the fifth course of the set menu is this pork dish.
Pork, you have found patriotic.
But the thing about the pork dish is that the spices, one is from the north, which is from dal makhni, and one is from the south, which is from a moili. And the combination of the two, again, I'm like, why can't India just be one?
You must love two states. Like the movie.
It's a real tearjerker.
You know, it's one of my favorite movies.
I know. Arjun Kapoor did a great job.
And then after that,
He
he
did
is
many great jobs.
lots of jobs.
Okay. Do you have a flop con for this week?
I don't, but I know you have a major flop con.
Oh, yes. I was one of the Indigo passengers that managed to make it to Mumbai. And I reached the airport at 12 in the noon time. And then my flight finally took off at 7 p.m. Now, the good thing was I had nothing going on that day.
That's not true.
I genuinely, I was like, oh, today will be a nice, fun off day. I'll do like my skincare. I'll get back to Mumbai. I'll do all of that. But instead, I was at the airport staring into the abyss.
Yeah.
And I felt really bad for everyone else there who seemed to have things to do.
I feel really bad for the ground staff.
100%.
Guys, I understand people are frustrated, people are this, people are that. What is this employee going to do on ground?
Yeah. It's like screaming at an intern. Like,
yeah.
It's the least efficient part
satisfying, not gonna lie. But useless. Like, there's no point. So you just have to take a deep breath, give them a look, and move on with your day.
But I was really hoping to get a jungly chicken sandwich out of this whole ordeal. And they didn't offer. At that point, they were like, it's done.
They gave it to some passenger yelling. I saw this one video of a dad at the counter going like, "Meri beti ko pad chahiye." Like there's a medical in the...
No, but that's what. Everyone at the airport is a secret cheaper. Okay, this is...
For sure.
I saw a guy who's literally going from counter to counter asking the price of a beverage. And then he left. And then I was like, should I get him the beverage? But he like cut me in line. So I said no.
He lost his chance.
He lost his chance.
Be kind. You never know.
Which down bad influencer is walking around behind you?
You know those things where you're like, oh, I don't... you know those influencers that enter those restaurants, they're like, oh, can I have... Like, I don't have money, but I want a sandwich. And if the guy gives it, they're like, here's $1 million. That was you.
That was me.
That was your test. If you see an influencer, just say yes to anything they ask. You might get $1 million.
But also, thank you so much for being a loyal patron of this podcast. We made top 10 on Spotify. A lot of you have commented saying that you were 0.4% listener, 1% listener, and nothing.
0.1% listener, someone.
Insane.
Crazy.
I want to shout out 2 people that come up in the comments.
Yes.
Maverick.
Maverick India.
I don't know who you are.
Don't cry.
But if your parents are from north and south, I might cry. And Dave is the other one.
Dave, yeah.
Dave, I've
We
seen
met
you.
him
Yes.
at last year when we had a meet and greet. We met Dave, and I was actually workshopping in my own head an idea of like a live show with our like 1% listeners, all three of you. Yeah, I'm a 2% moment of silence listener.
Oh, by the way, my rap does not have moment of silence in it anyway.
It's fifth on my list of watched podcasts. I don't watch podcasts. I don't know why it's so low. Mine was Desi Crime, and then everything was Smosh reads Reddit stories because listen to them while I sleep.
Yeah.
And
But
that's
thank you. I hope next year there are some more female-oriented podcasts apart
the
from
list.
murdering people on the list.
Yeah. No, it's great that everyone has a podcast. I personally love it.
One tag that no one ever attaches to us is middle-class girls.
Yeah, except my father when he's trying to tell me to stay in my limits.
Yeah. And my CA, who was very proud of me this year.
Yeah.
He didn't think I had it, but I have it.
Shout out Sumit.
Shout out Sumit. And a big part of that was a glow up that we have fought for through our teenagehood into our 30s, my 30s, Sakshi's 20s.
Almost 30s.
And there is a true price to living the girlhood dream.
Yeah. What is that?
Okay, so this is my take, okay? I feel like women are just decision fatigued, okay? And women's decision fatigue is surrounding what feels like really small decisions that you have to make, and it's also easier to gaslight you into believing, hey, why are you taking things so seriously? Because before you step out the door, you're thinking about, okay, what lunch am I making today? What are we eating tomorrow? Should I have washed my hair, or is this slick bun doing its job? You know, should I have shaved my legs above my knees, or should I just
She's
stand the whole
attacking
day?
me.
You know, there's too many. Even I only shave till my knees.
You're wearing full pants. Waste of time.
You know, all of these things, and then when you put them all together and you're staring at your life, you're like, okay, I've made 60 decisions. These are all decisions about my immediate universe. Are they making anybody else's life qualitatively different? Maybe not. And then you think, oh, here's this man who's making decisions like cut the blue wire, not the red wire, you know, and other such decisions that men make, which seem really important. And then you're like, oh wow, I wish I could make these big decisions. But you can't make big decisions because you're thinking about the other shit.
Yeah, and men in general don't think about the like is my hair washed, unwashed, whatever, and it shows at the end of the day. But that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, what is the point?
The point is, before we get into the point, my funniest telling is my pregnant friend. Okay, she's been on bed rest and everything, okay? 8 months she's had this baby in her stomach and she's been on bed rest, and everyone meets for like dinner, and her husband's like, man, that was a stressful Sunday. I had to make her an omelette, man. 8 eggs. And then he enacted out cracking each egg. He's like, he's like, fuck, I was sozzled, bro. I was just like,
I love
it's a hard life.
That's my favorite story.
It's my favorite story. I think about it all the time. It lives rent free in my mind.
Same.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I've heard it like 3 times, and every time it makes me laugh. Shout out, friend. But the point is, so basically, no one attaches middle class to us, and every time we're like, oh, we grew up in a middle class household, people are like, hey, chup. But it doesn't change the fact that firstly, middle class is a spectrum.
Yeah.
And these aesthetics that we like kind of mask, like I fought my parents to have wallpaper in my room instead of paint. And I was like, I want marble wallpaper. It's not at all trendy. It's timeless. It's this, it's that. So my my bedroom back home does have marbled wallpaper, and that's how I thought you have to like, you know, to get the aesthetics in a desi household,
Yeah.
you have to go to war.
Yeah. 100%.
But then at the end of the wall, you win the marbled wallpaper.
You only win the marble wallpaper eventually when
Yeah.
you leave your house, when you're making your own money, and you can write off everything as an expense to your mother. And only you and your CA know the dirty secret of what you're spending your money on.
What are you spending your money
It's
on?
worse than porn. It's a Hydra facial. It's a different kind of facial. It's one that you do at a dermatologist's office.
Yeah. Your boyfriend's a dermat.
Yuck. Okay, what are some obnoxious things that you spent your adult money on?
I feel like the most obnoxious thing that's a recurring expense would have to be that stupid fucking iced coffee. And I have to say, so Black Friday sales are on, right?
Yeah.
And obviously I had to buy everything on Black Friday sale. So I've just been shopping. And I don't know why I've been so overstimulated while drinking my iced coffee, vaping and shopping at the same time. I'm going to have a heart attack, But then I was like, I need these things, so might as well buy it now on sale. So I've been buying things, and then that day I had to drop off my dog to physiotherapy, and I said, let me make some use of living in Bandra. So I'm gonna walk to my favorite coffee shop, Blondie, and get a coffee. So I walked there, ordered a coffee, easy, something I do almost every day. Got the UPI ID, scanned, easy, something I do every day. My card declines. What? Not something that happens every day. And I'm like, why is it declining? UPI, HDFC. Then I look down at my phone screen. Insufficient balance for a 300 rupee coffee. And I was like, maybe I have like 299. I had 30 rupees in my account. 30 rupees. And then I called Naina. Said, can you just UPI? Like, it's so embarrassing to have your card declined. And this is like 120% my fault.
True. What is the most expensive thing you bought, which has cleared your bank account?
Bro, okay.
Everyone settle back.
First, there's two things,
Yeah.
okay, which both were on sale, to be honest. One was this cult Gia bag in this vase shape.
Not worth it.
A.
Hey.
Line में रहा
ठीक है.
है. This cult Gia bag, whatever, now
ये
it's
ले,
bought.
ये photo
it's
भी ले लो.
bought.
Here. Worth
Yeah.
it? Not worth it.
Worth
Comment.
it, yeah, it's
Obviously.
art.
All Sakshi's
It's
fans
art.
will say Sakshi can do no wrong. Yeah.
And then the other is this Ada by Meher corset sari.
Chal, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll share also now. So everyone uses my Indian clothes, everyone uses. So I'm doing like buying for a few people.
Yeah.
Don't stress, guys. But those two things are the things that really broke the bank for me.
My thing is, I'm on this new self-pleasing, okay, where I don't want to be perceived as an over-consumer.
Ah.
Rich in my industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've started spending my money on like intangible things, like wellness. I'm a big wellness girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that has like 50% hokiness involved.
Yeah.
I'm your top customer. Don't even give me a discount. I will actively pay the entire
What's
amount.
your Sunday evening plan? Please.
My Sunday evening plan, last Sunday, I went for a sound bath. And I am better than you. And it wasn't a good sound bath, I'll tell you that
It
much.
was just sound.
It was just sound. Other than that, I'm trying to do the seed cycling business.
Like,
No, I'm not. Other than that, therapy. I have a very expensive therapist. And
mine gives me a discount.
mine loves me
Yeah.
at full price. And I do a lot of like dermat facials and things like that. So obnoxiously spend on like chemical peels, derma pen, hydra facials. I tried filler many years ago. It did not work for me, so I dissolved it, and never gonna do that mistake again. Eyelash extensions,
Lift.
lifts, eyebrow lamination.
Have you done eyebrow lamination?
No, nothing happened to my eyebrows.
Oh.
This is just my.
Amazing.
But
was
I
like,
would recommend it to somebody who.
okay, out of all the things, let me take you through a list and
Yeah.
you kind of rate the things because I want to dabble,
Yeah.
but I firstly sitting in the, like, fuck the money expense. The time expense of sitting in those chairs makes my, like, feet twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, Hydra facial.
Hydra facial, I would say, is like a 3 on 10.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not into. I think like if you're spending money at a dermat office, spend it on something more effective.
Derma
Pen. Good for people who have like acne scarring or breakout scarring, that kind of thing. Chemical peel, again, would recommend to anybody who, like, I go out in the sun a lot, so my forehead gets burnt. So it just evens out your skin. I
But
would
like
recommend. Rate, 8.
8.
I feel like that dermat influencer.
Yeah.
8 on 10. Yeah.
Seed cycling.
100 on 10. No, I don't see that.
Then eyebrow lamination.
Eyebrow lamination, if you have sparse eyebrows, 10.
Then lash lift.
Lash lift, again, if you have like long, sparse lashes, 8. Extensions, I think like 9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have lash extensions?
3 are left.
How often do you have to do?
About 3 weeks. And what someone didn't tell me about this was that if you're a side sleeper, the side that you sleep on, those lashes will come off.
Shut the fuck
So
up.
one of my eyes is like super excited. And that's the profile that I set to the camera.
That's
The
one
other
of my eyes without the lash lift. So imagine if I also sleep on that side.
side. It's over.
Can't do it.
What about you?
So for me, it's like my main like beauty expense is my hair.
Yeah.
Because I have decided that if my hair is good, my life is good. And that book, I Feel Bad About My Neck, was the book that convinced me to just get a salon treatment all the time. But I was doing a fun calculation. Okay. So I started getting my hair done, like, say, I'm doing a time calculation. So every 4 days, I get my hair done, whether at the salon or at home, which takes me 90 minutes, which is 7.5 times a month because 4 times. Whatever the calculation is, I don't remember. Assuming I live till 75, with like your root touch up, with your one drastic hair change a year maybe, and like doing your hair 2 times a week, I will be spending 350 days in the like getting my hair done in terms of time.
That's insane.
That's almost an entire year getting my hair done.
Yeah, that's almost the time that Indigo knew that they were going to have to pull back restrictions, but did nothing about it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's so upsetting. And this is like my not counting like washing my hair in the middle or like
What better thing could you have done with that time?
read a book.
Amen.
But you can read a book in the chair also. No, but it's like imagine that's 350 days of someone touching you.
I mean, I'm a glass
Guys, we
half
have
full
to-
kind of guy.
Then I need to imagine this.
Okay, but tell me something. Isn't that a lot of like damage to your scalp, to your hair? That's a lot of heat and styling.
It does cause heat damage, but the hack to that, which I don't think is a hack, it's very widely known, and maybe I'm late to the game, but it is carrying your own products to the salon. I have curly hair, and I use I also have dandruff, okay? I've said it before, I'll say it again. Some people have dandruff, and I'm not ashamed of having. But it's important to carry your own products. My personal favorite is Moxie Beauty. I'm obsessed.
So they have this like SOS dandruff routine, which has been really good. I thank you because I have stress. Thank you because I have poor genetics of the scalp. My skin barrier on my scalp flares up all the time. And this product works really well for you because it unclogs your scalp, it rebuilds your skin barrier, and it hydrates your scalp. All important things.
And it's 4 products.
1,
2,
3.
4. And basically the first and second ones are the one that kind of like rebuild your scalp barrier, and then our old friends shampoo and conditioner we all know and love.
We love.
Yeah.
And Moxie loves you because these products are specifically made for Indian hair.
You know, we were at the Spotify office yesterday and they said this is the first year where the top 10 list of podcasts in India, not one Bahar ka podcast. And what I say to that is,
Mera desh badal raha. Speaking of Indian aesthetics and our own beauty trends being sold back to us, I don't know if you came across this reel where this girl was talking about how, like, the clean girl aesthetic is essentially the Indian aesthetic, and it's things that we either got bullied for or bullied
Yeah.
other people for having, which is like the slick back hair.
I feel like at least, like, if you wore coconut oil, like, to school, people would be like, oh my god, it smells, it this, it that. But I'm convinced that, like, there is some sort of, like, racism when it comes to, like, smells and all of that. Like, coconut oil traditionally used by Indians and black people. And then obviously fucking white people that have no sense of seasoning are like, oh,
Yeah.
whatever. But the same thing if it's packaged with like some like jasmine or something, suddenly everyone's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which basically, the other day, I was going to the gym and I had slick back hair, which was my chumpy that I did with coconut oil. And then when I was going to hug people in the gym in the morning, I was like kind of keeping my distance. And then I clocked myself and I was like, dude, you're dealing with some pent up thing from your childhood, which was making you feel like, because people used to make fun of each other, right? They'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Telu.
Telu.
And yeah, like the nerd was the one wearing
Yeah.
like coconut oil and
Glasses.
a long braid, all things I wish I had today.
So true.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, even like as someone with poor eyesight, you wouldn't catch me wearing my glasses. Like, if you catch me wearing my glasses, it's like spotting like a spotted leopard. Like, you know, on 3 days of safari. So, don't take a picture. But then suddenly, like, those Miu Miu glasses that everyone's wearing, and I'm like, this is appropriating my culture. I was fine with the slick back. But this is appropriating my culture.
I was also thinking about the fact that everyone propagates this feeling that when I'm put together or when I'm well groomed, I feel better.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's something that comes out of genuinely like the dopamine that comes from being better put together, or is it because it's a subconscious feeling of us conforming to a societal norm for you to be better presented?
It is as conforming. I'll tell you how. So basically, I have like gotten like really into like body lotion, and like I have this whole like routine before I leave the house. Earlier, I would leave the house like no makeup or anything, but then the more like I started getting like recognized or like, you know, being a regular at places, I like you like that little like, oh my god, like Sakshi always looks put together, or something like, oh, you smell so nice. Like, I am 100% doing it for the compliments, because if you left me to my own devices in a country where no one knows me, fuck no. Like, absolutely not. I would have a slick back. I would be wearing my maybe still lenses, because see, I don't even look in the mirror without my lenses on, and that's fully conditioning. But I'm 100% doing it for other people.
Yeah, I feel like I've become a lot more self-absorbed since we started the podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, because in a weird way, because it's like I see myself on camera so much
Yeah.
that I can't help but start niggling at, okay, do I need to do this? Like I've just started getting professional hair because I've become
Yeah.
so like
No, fair
sensitive to it.
enough.
And I'm like, okay, there are parts of this which I really love. Like I really enjoy putting an outfit together, because again, I do find like the dopamine dressing or like the whimsiness of things a really good way to like soothe your inner child, or like soothe your stressful day.
but is it possible to do on like a budget? I feel like we are in that bubble where, like, you know, now my parents also don't relate to my spending habits, and they are the ones that kind of like your parents inculcate your spending habits in you till you're like 23, 24, or like whenever you get financially independent. And I don't think this is specific to like content, even like finance gurneys or gurneys in a corporate job. As soon as like you are in charge of your own money, the spending that you do versus what your dad finds worth spending on are such different things. Like, off the top of my head, I'm thinking about my gym membership. Like, I love going to the gym. I love the sense of community in the gym. I love the working out, the whatever hote rehta hai, that, like, but my dad would be like, go to like the cheapest gym, like if padhne wale bacche kahin pe bhi padhte hai types, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I need the vibes, I need the aesthetic, I need like all of that.
Yeah.
Which is such a premium to pay. But like you meet like a bunch of people, you meet this, whatever. But it's not an easy sell for parents, right?
Yeah. So to that, and I think about it all the time. Number one, if this is your first year earning money and you don't have responsibilities to your family and responsibilities to yourself, don't be so hard on your spending and splurging in the first year. I mean, you've just started earning money. If you want to have fun and be a little irresponsible, I think it's okay for a little period of time.
Yeah.
Because you need to get it out of your system. If you're going to spend money and then feel bad about it, then it's going to constantly remain
Yeah.
with you. And you're not going to be better with your money. So get that out of your system. Then I feel like things like this, okay? You have to decide for yourself, looking at your own life, not looking at other people's lives, what's important for you to splurge that will help you build yourself up.
Yeah. Is it like concert tickets? Is it like
Is it the gym?
Is it the gym? Is it on like makeup? Is it on hair? Like whatever like makes
You feel good.
But I do think it's something important about like prioritizing your like splurges.
100%.
I feel like at least me, because my income varies month to month, I haven't been able to like I don't deny myself anything. I guess the thing I would compromise on, which doesn't feel like it to other people, is travel. Like that's the first thing that gets cut out when I don't have money. Like but for some people it would be like, I would rather spend on flight tickets than getting my hair done every week.
Fair.
Which is fully fine. But what's your top 5 priorities?
Health, because if you don't have that, then there's no way you're going on holiday, there's no way you're going to watch Karan Aujla, there's no way any of these things are happening.
Karan Aujla you can watch anytime.
Health is one. Second would be, okay, so my basic grooming that I feel like makes you look put together in the most effortless way, if that's what you're going for, is definitely like having your hair done and eyelashes. I think if you have those two
Eyelashes.
things groomed without makeup also, you look amazing.
Fair, yeah.
And 3 would be not so much experiences for me, but things that I can splurge on for an entire, like my friend circle or my family, I would like to splurge on.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Mohsin and I have this rule that if we're going on holiday and we're going to this one place where it's really like nice, then we want to splurge on that meal because you'll remember that experience forever, versus going to somewhere that's unattainable and then you like budget it and then you don't even get the entire excitement of that.
Like if you're doing something, do it well, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what my dad said with like, so I'm trying to purchase a car since like 6 months, okay? And my dad was like, if you buy something, you cannot be that person on the road going like, itne lakh ki gaadi scratch kar di or whatever. Buy within your means, that like, you can't value like a car or a house or anything more than you value other humans, which which really put into perspective how he spends, where he's like, you should be ready for some damage. Like I'd rather like pay lesser below my means, so that if something happens, I'm able to like replace it without losing it on anyone. Not that he doesn't lose it. So worst of both worlds, is that a phrase?
Worst of both worlds.
Yeah. But I think mine kind of aligns with yours, where like I spend on like health, which is like the gym, or like food is a big one. I feel like I can't compromise on food. And then shopping is something that's a really ugly habit of mine, because I don't like spending on things I actually like. You know, when you're like replenishing your skincare, you need your 3 products. But then I'm like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
So let me like buy 2 extra things to like please myself.
I think things you and I both don't mind not spending money on is, I know you're buying a car, but like public transport.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind getting hit in the face with as much mud
Yeah.
and pollution. I
Gang,
don't
gang.
care if my lungs are getting messed up in the AQI, but
Gang,
I
gang.
will take a rickshaw
Rickshaw.
till the end of time.
So true. Rickshaw, and then I think you and I can compromise on like what else? I feel like at least I will never pay for my nails to get done. I'm done getting my nails done. Europe में तो ban हो गया है. So
Yeah.
कुछ सोच समझ के ही किया होगा ना ban. So I don't get my nails done at all. I'll get a mani-pedi just for like hygiene sometimes. That's it.
This is something that our audience members get done that their parents don't understand.
Right.
Okay? Getting nails done, to both of us said.
Huh.
Pre-peeled garlic. Somebody's parents have found wasteful.
It is wasteful, but time and money is like a
6, 7.
like you either spend time or you spend money. So you have to decide. Like parents don't value their own time.
Yeah.
Like like my mom will be like, "Oh, I can make this at home," but how about we order this and we sit and we have a beautiful conversation that eventually turns into a fight. Thought about that?
Listen, kitchen gadgets are my favorite splurge. Okay, I have just discovered the salad chopper thing.
Bro,
It's so good.
amazing.
I'm just standing in the kitchen 20 minutes a day.
Ooh. I have just discovered tiny vacuum cleaners. So fun.
You know what I want to do that I've never done is like vacuum seal things. I feel like there's something.
Yourself?
Yeah.
I got those Amazon pouches for those sari bags, but it really takes the wind out of you. Literally. It's a lot.
Also, I think, but you guys check, isn't there some kind of health issue with having pre-peeled garlic?
Huh?
Anyone in this room know anything about this? No one does. So maybe there's no issue. And I just fully made this up. Ad-free Spotify. My Spotify premium ran out the day of the Wrapped.
Yeah.
And I lost all that data.
No. Ad free. I will pay the premium for an ad. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to watch an ad, bro. Like, sorry, but I get it.
This would be a great time for an ad to come.
I would love that.
Getting a massage. I'm sorry, parents. Go and think about your lives because there's nothing more beautiful.
Then getting bro, but also like I don't know about like your parents, but my parents will be like, oh, I need to like my back is hurting or something. I'm like, okay, let's book a massage. It's like, and it's like problem,
Yeah.
solution,
Mega solution.
yeah,
It's
just
beautiful.
And then my dad will like find excuses of like, oh, but you know, Urban Company does this. I'm like, bro, they come to your house and you have to just soak your feet. Like, what's the problem?
Can we talk about those stupid jelly globs that they put in the pedicure?
Absolutely not. I don't know what that does. It's not exciting. It doesn't seem to do anything.
And then they dump it in your pot. I don't know.
Do
Do you
they?
guys know there's these little jelly globs that they put in a pedicure?
It's the ice cream pedicure on Urban Company. It's going well, and then suddenly they'll put like a sachet on your, and then suddenly everything jellies up, and there's a mold of your foot, and then nothing. It never goes back to water or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's quite useless.
And I also want to understand while we're in this topic, how do you decide the flavor of a pedicure? Like, I don't know. Why
You just ask
ice
your
cream?
boyfriend with a foot fetish.
I get rose. Okay.
Chocolate वाला ही करवाना भैया.
Yeah.
You decide rose.
I'm saying I get rose.
Oh.
Rose feet makes sense.
You know, when you're getting a massage and they ask you which oil to choose,
Which one do you choose?
the one they say ये slimming के लिए.
Have we ever covered like those weird parts? So we have covered, right?
Of massages.
Yeah, like when they come to the front of your body and they,
Yeah.
we've covered that in an
You
episode.
please no
right?
cover it again.
I mean-
In fact, cover it during a massage also. Bro, I clench. Half my massage I realize doesn't work because my whole body is clenched, knowing like where is her hand gonna go next. Living life on the edge.
Does that massage do anything for anyone?
Which massage?
The chest massage.
You know, the people that it does things for are the people that the massage lady absolutely must not touch.
Oh my god, I remember in school there was this whole thing, like this rumor spread, like this one girl, and she was like, you know what? If you massage your chest, it will grow.
Oh.
And I can confirm that it was a rumor.
Crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Then there have been different things. People are like, eating grapeseed oil or something.
That's the thing, right? I feel like the entire wellness industry is based on like women's insecurities. Like, why are people putting like 10 steps on their face before sleeping? That has to be a scam, right? Like, my great grandfather didn't do sleep shedding.
Okay, I find those things so wasteful. I don't ever want to put sea moss in my mouth. I don't think there's anything to putting castor oil on your navel and then putting a wrap around it.
No, yeah. Like the beauty industry, like why would people be getting liposuctions if you could just put castor oil and wrapping yourself like Tupperware, bro?
Would you have a mouth tape?
No, me, that's my worst nightmare, not being able to speak. Would you?
Mouth tape. If it does something, I will do it because
What?
I have like so much lymphatic buildup in my body that like if there was an option to wake up non-puffy, I would take that option. Comment down below if you've mouth taped and it's ever worked for you.
I like the nose strips.
That also doesn't work.
1 second. So
Now
you
it
try to
works.
sleeping next to a snorer.
Oh wait. Are you talking about 1 second? I thought you were
Not
talking about
the blackhead one.
No, I thought those slimming ones. If you tape your nose,
No.
it slims your nose.
The one that opens your airways.
Yeah.
The pure flow ones.
Yeah.
Like that actually stops snoring. Like snorers, firstly, get your shit together. Like, how can snoring still be a thing? Like, firstly, men see a problem and they're like, this is my life.
Yeah.
Like, if balding was a women's issue, every second clinic would be selling hair transplants and every person would be getting it. Like, women do like laser, they do like whatever. Men will just raw dog their balding process. Like,
Not anymore.
maybe in our industry, not anymore.
No, very normal non-industry people are going and getting PRP, are going and getting hair transplants, and this is all around the wedding. That's why
Yeah.
weddings should not go to shit in India. We need more weddings because men need glow ups too.
Like, I saw this like checklist for men, like, which was like, you know how women have a checklist before their wedding. So it said 2 years hair transplant, 9 months gym, 6 months something else, and then 1 day beard. Like, so like, and like 3 months outfits and like all of that. So now men, I guess, yeah, wedding season does make men
Spend money.
So last week I was at a wedding in Delhi
Yeah.
and I was just chilling in the room or whatever, and my boyfriend comes up to me and he says, I'm going to the gym. And I was like, what? Why are you going to the gym? It's a Saturday. And like, I'm more regular in the gym than he is. And he was like, I need to get a good pump in. And I was like, what? You're going to be wearing a shirt and then a blazer on top. And he was just like, yeah, but I feel better about myself. And I was like, okay, weirdo. But then I was like, sabka hota hai. Maybe that's his makeup,
Okay, what do you think about spending money on daily coffee? It's an addiction.
I think it's absolutely wasteful, but there is something. मेरे हाथ की बनती नहीं है अच्छी.
Dude, all of these little purchases, right? मेरा हाथ बहुत खुला है with all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I was still on my day job, I would be in credit crisis. My credit card would be maxed out.
Dude, I feel like every year for your birthday, credit card companies should maaf your debt.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
has anyone heard of forgiveness? Amex.
Oh, okay. This one I feel like Sakshi would be emotional about. High-end lip gloss.
Unfortunately, I bought 2 Rode lip glosses and I bought 2 Dior lip glosses, so who the fuck am I to say anything? Are you? You're,
I'm passionate about makeup in the overall. Yeah, I have to say, once you go luxury, you can't go drugstore.
but I don't think it's anything to do with the formulation. I think it's just packaging.
You think?
Dior lip oil is whatever.
You feel like women are bait to packaging.
Yeah.
Like I buy my wine also based on the graphic on the wine
Yeah,
bottle.
and like I don't care about it being like cheap or expensive. It just has to look aesthetic, which is what my dad I think has a problem with. He's like, if this is a more value for money product, and I was like, आपने aesthetics नाम की चीज कभी सुनी है पापा?
You know, the first debit card that you get with HDFC is the ugliest debit card.
Yeah, the easy shopping.
Yeah, and then there's that girl with a shopping bag.
Sick.
And just for that, I wanted to make more money. 'Cause I was
Dude,
like,
yeah.
I want to upgrade from this ugly fucking card.
So fair.
And I swear to you, if you had a debit card that was neon pink, that had like, it was bedazzled, I
Yeah.
would spend money all the fucking time.
So fair. It's just a.
Yeah, you want to take it out.
I'll tell you also in like India, like when you're renting houses, and Indian aesthetics are so beautiful if you lean in. It's like when you try to do like the Western aesthetic, but you also can't just like fathom having beige or white walls. So one wall is randomly electric blue and like all of that, then when you're renting a house, like you see and you're choosing based on Scandinavian aesthetics because no one is doing Indian aesthetics right.
Indian aesthetics have somehow popularized wall stickers. Have you seen those ugly fucking... There's wall stickers, there's fridge stickers,
Yeah.
there's car stickers. And if you've been to like, if you're renting house and you go to a baby room, have you seen the stickers in the baby room? Like on the cupboards and stuff?
Yeah.
With like guitar and a music note and then like...
Asian Paints is to blame for this because they used to sell this like preset
Yeah.
of like grass on the lower half of the wall and yellow or something on the upper half and with bumblebees or something. I have begged and pleaded and cried to my parents ki I want this only
What
in
did
my
you
room
say?
because it looks so cute in that one frame, and my parents and one of our family friends had it, and I was like, obviously she's the it girl.
This is your influencer, guys. This is the woman you trust with your aesthetic decision making.
No one trusts me with
Everyone
aesthetics.
I know.
Aesthetics, my plants in my house are like on the last leg. No one is trusting me with aesthetics. That I am confident about if y'all have brains.
She just came
Putting
at
it
her
on them.
entire audience. Okay. We asked our Instagram followers, what is a hair skin routine that you would build your life around? The first person said, I only socialize if I'm not breaking out like crazy. Acne sucks.
It does suck. Fully agree.
Sakshi's brave, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your truth with us.
But I've been having breakouts in
Yeah.
the last 1 month or something. But I just I'm raw dogging it. Like, what do you do? Now it's there. Do you notice acne on other people?
I mean, not in the way that you notice it on yourself, where you're like
Right.
beating yourself up
Yeah.
to the dogs about your skin breaking out.
Yeah.
But I do like that a younger audience has embraced acne patches. I think it's pretty cool to come into a corporate environment and like you're debriefing someone and they have a star on their face.
Yeah.
That's
No.
pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, but they don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
Acne patches, I'm not a but I do use them if I have to do makeup or something and uske upar. But I don't notice acne on other people unless they point it out. Unless it's someone I've been seeing regularly and I'm like something is different. So don't worry, guys. No one notices your acne.
Aligning hair wash days with the gym.
Bro.
Moving on. Just you can't do it. It's a lost battle.
It's like, this week has been a hair washing schedule nightmare. Like, I can't have 3 back-to-back plans because I only have limited time to do my hair.
Yesterday we were supposed to go for a shoot to South Bombay, okay? And I was supposed to help Moses with something. And I had to go for a shoot after that with Sakshi. And he's like, I'm sure there'll be a beautiful bathroom somewhere where you can just do your makeup. And I was like, I am a fucking girl, dude.
Bro.
Fuck you. Like, I need 3 people to help me get in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I had a full crash out.
Bro, and rightfully so. Because, okay, think about an outfit, okay? Men watching, women watching, think about an outfit. And now you have your outfit ready. But you have to be ready by 4 p.m. Okay, now with your outfit ready, you have to start at 2 p.m. if you want to shower first. Then you want to do your skincare. Then your hair starts. Then even if your outfit is ready, sometimes it's not ready on your body like it was in your head.
Sometimes you wear it and then you start sweating. Then you have to take it off.
Yeah.
Then you take it off and it gets crumpled.
Then what about accessories?
And then when you've done your full makeup, the concealer falls on your shirt.
Disgusting.
Then-
And then what?
then it's
and
over.
then when you have to steam iron something,
Steam ironing, shooting face. Okay. Yeah.
like, no one likes to steam iron. Comment down below if you like to steam iron so I can call you a liar.
And then have you ever been out the door and someone from your family turns around and said, "Tumko tayar nahi hona tha?"
Absolutely not.
My nani's favorite closing dialogue. Kangi karke nahi ja rahi ho. It's like, this is bed hair. There's mousse in my hair. There's spray in my hair.
She doesn't know.
The Sindhis don't get it.
Bro, the Sindhis absolutely don't get
The
it.
Sindhis actually get it.
No, they don't get
Listen,
it.
okay, I have to say something, and I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm very passionate about it. People who have the best blowouts in this country, best Punjabis, Sindhis, they know what's up. I got a blow dry in Delhi. So good.
But I'll tell you why that is, right?
Why?
The rest of the country has naturally silky hair. They've
Please.
not had to go and get a blowout. We've
Clearly.
perfected it.
No. Okay?
What?
When you're getting a blowout, if that person is not holding there has to be another person holding the brushes in your hair with the hair in that thing so it forms a memory.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Which they don't do in Mumbai. I don't know why. Because Mumbai is the one place where no matter how much effort you put into your looks,
It's not gonna stay.
you leave the house, it's done.
It's done.
The lip gloss is on my teeth. My hair has become flat. I've sweat through my outfit. And then my Uber cancels and I'm in a rickshaw. Then what the fuck was the point?
I feel like a little bit sweat sets my makeup better. And some people do have that. I did check. like little moisture because I have dry skin. The makeup sets into my skin really well.
Well, I have oily skin. So what should I do, Sakshi?
I'm
Stay
not
home.
a problem solver. But no, Sindhi people. So all my cousins and I, firstly, we have curly hair. Why? Genetics.
Okay.
From Sindhi people. And every morning when I get up, my father will be like, oh, look at her hair. Because we used to get up like that, right? Because we all slept with our hair open. And on family trips, it was like all us cousins that had curly hair. We just had the roughest time because we would be bullied.
But tell me if I'm wrong. And there are certain communities within India who groom and are very important, take their grooming very seriously. Sindhis are one of them. Every Sindhi aunt that I have has her hair done, has her eyebrows like shaped and microbladed,
Yeah.
has a full makeup routine, has a full skincare
Your
routine.
hanky has to match your chappal.
Yeah.
That's a rule, huh? Like, I'm not making it up. If my outfit wasn't color coordinated, which I thought, I won't do,
Yeah.
but I fully match my bag to my outfit,
To
my
your hanky.
to my hanky. I don't carry a hanky.
Yeah.
But they were really passionate about their hankies, and they should match the, like, dress material ka we make handkerchiefs, by
Yeah.
the way, because it has to match.
Dude, my nani used to be so emotional. She like, जब भी कोई फॉरेन जाता था और वो पूछता था कि सावित्री तुम्हारे लिए क्या लाए, मैं नहीं बोलती थी जीन्स पैंट कुछ भी, मैं बोलती थी यार्डली वाला लैवेंडर पाउडर.
Yeah. And Nivea cold cream is my daddy's
Yeah,
Yardley.
bro, that's it.
But also, I feel like Indian hair brands have just come into the scene and very few are doing it right. Moxie Beauty definitely doing it right. I urge you guys to try it, especially if you all have hair like me. It's possibly the only brand that I've purchased from in India that has got my hair like
If you understand what that means.
ASMR reviews.
So I really like the slick stick for your hair. I also like the heat protectant. It's unlike any other heat protectant that I've tried in the way that it's formulated.
Yeah, I've tried the ones that were like trending on reels or whatever.
Yeah.
I bought them when I was traveling. Didn't work for my hair. But because Moxie is made for Indian hair, which I've said 4 times because I'm so passionate about my country. This is my Trescent biryani. Khichdi. But yeah, to wrap up, do you have any agenda that you want to push?
Yes, I have one agenda. In this world of overconsumption where all of us want to incorporate a certain kind of aesthetic straight from our Pinterest boards to reality, be intentional about who you want to be. And there are amazing things that you can do to plug into your life and be that person. Don't follow trends.
My agenda might be the opposite of lower consumption. I think, and this is something I don't know why, like I'm discovering as I grow older, you need to do a good body lotion that smells good. Trust me, I have never gotten more compliments in my life. I don't know why so many people are smelling me.
All right. Like, subscribe, comment,
Share.
follow, share,
Hype.
hype. And we love you.
We love you. Bye.